Late Night Health continues. I'm Mark Alyn. Be sure to join us at latenighthealth.com. We'll have a picture of Ted W. Baxter, a copy of the cover of Relentless on our website at latenighthealth.com, and a link to actually buy the book. I have a question for our listeners, and that is, imagine being locked in a trunk without a key, not being able to get out of this trunk, kind of kept in the dark. That, to me, is what Ted lived through. Would that be an accurate description, Ted?
Yeah, that's absolutely right. I mean, I couldn't figure that out, how to get the key to speak again.
How long did it take before you got some speech back and the paralysis went away?
I would say out of the first year, I can only speak about 1,000 words, and that's probably the nouns. Now, so I wouldn't be able to tell. I wouldn't tell you, like I'm swimming, because I couldn't use the verb to swim. But I would say I would point to see a boy, and he was swimming. So that stuff like that, it was tough for the first year. Then second year and the third year, it's tough for me to describe it. I use the word osmosis. You know it's going to happen, but you don't know like when it will happen. When,
Right. In the book, I mentioned 2 incidents. Can you tell us briefly about those? I think you were in Detroit, and I think you were in Detroit. I'm not even sure. And you rented a car because you wanted to go to a better gym than you had available.
Yeah, it was funny. Now looking at it, it's but how breaking the rules can help you succeed in my recovery and my life, and frankly. When I had to go into University of Michigan aphasia program. It's in Ann Arbor, Michigan. I rented a car from Hertz, and I didn't tell anybody. I did it the second week I was up there because my wife was with me during the first week. So she's probably not gonna be happy for that I'm telling you the story. But the thing is I needed to prove myself I can do it. Independence. And now I wouldn't anybody to do some of the things that I did. But to be frank, it always came down to time with doing these activities, especially in rehab. Works, I mean, they say if you don't use them, you lose them. So work. If you're trying to use the opposite arm for eating, the same thing. So I use that same metaphor, and I used it for like the rental of the car. I was so fixated on getting my life as quickly and as close as it was pre-stroke.
And did your wife yell at you a little bit?
Yes, she did.
She did. Okay, but you broke rules, and that's the way you helped yourself recover. In the book, by the way, now I'm talking about the lifestyle, but there's a whole bunch of recommendations on what to do. Even Ted's personal way of going through rehab. So it's a real worthwhile book, and there are literally thousands and thousands of people who have strokes each and every year, and this is just invaluable for not only stroke victims, but the book is also really good for family members. one last, in our last couple of moments together, Ted, one of the things that I think is so important is not to take no. Can you? That's always been, and I started this interview that way too. Has this always been your mantra?
Yeah, it is. If my father was still alive, he would tell you that he tried to give me some no's, and I wouldn't take that. Sometimes I bend the rules, I change the plan, but what I ended up is I got a yes.
Wow, and that's what life is all about. Hope is always there, folks. Remember that. Our next, a little bit later on in this hour, Robert Clancy will be talking about love and hope and creativity here on Late Night Health. Ted, thank you very much. Join us at latenighthealth.com. There'll be a link to Ted's website as well as Amazon to look at and buy the book. It's called Relentless. It's really terrific. I think Ted should turn it into a movie. Ted, thank you very much. We'll be back in just a couple of moments. Don't go away. The Insane Daryl Wayne and I return.